Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our presentations. We are from Group 4 and we would like to talk to you about the e-commerce. First, let me introduce my team. To begin with me, Sinta Karunia, Anjar Nuliandari, Alika Hernisa, and Reza Syafitri. And for the first presentation will be explained by me.
Hello, Sinta Karunia here because I want to describe the unique features of e-commerce.
E-commerce today. E-commerce refers to the use of the internet and the web to transact business. More formally, e-commerce is about digitally enabled commercial transactions between and among organizations and individuals. For the most part, this means transactions that occur over the internet and the web. To push consumer spending during pandemic, the government collaborated with the Indonesian e-commerce associations and rolled out program for around 2,500 SMEs, providing training on utilizing e-commerce platform for increasing sales. While traditional payment methods such as bank transfers and cash are still widely used for e-commerce purchases, the use of alternative payment is on the rise. As per Global's Data 2020 Banking and Payment Survey, for online purchases, bank transfers is the most popular payment tool with 37.4% share in 2020. The COVID-19 outbreak is driving customers toward alternative payment tools such as OVO, GoPay, PayPal, Dana, Doku, and Link Aja. As a result, cash share is expected to decline from 98% in 2020 to 96.9% in 2024. Why e-commerce is different? Why has e-commerce grown so rapidly? The answer lies in the unique nature of the internet and the web. Simply put, the internet and e-commerce technologies are much more rich and powerful than previous technology revolutions like radio, televisions, and the telephone. Let's explore each of these unique features in more detail. Ubiquity. E-commerce is ubiquitous, meaning has it available just about everywhere at all times. It makes it possible to shop from your desktop, at home, at work, or even from your car using mobile commerce. Global reach. E-commerce technology permits commercial transactions to cross cultural and national boundaries far more conveniently and cost-effectively than is true in traditional commerce. Universal standards. One strictly unusual feature of e-commerce technologies is that the technical standards of the internet and, therefore, the technical standards for conducting e-commerce are universal standards. They are shared by all nations around the world and enable any computer to link with any other computer regardless of the technology platform each is using. Richness. Information richness refers to the complexity and content of a message. Traditional markets, national sales force, and small retail stores have great richness. They are able to provide personal, face-to-face service using oral and visual cues when interactivity e-commerce. Technologies are interactive, meaning they allow for two-way communication between merchants and consumer. Television, for instance, cannot ask viewers any questions or enter into conversation with them, and it cannot request that customer information be entered into a form. In contrast, all of these activities are possible on e-commerce website. Interactivity allows an online merchant to engage a consumer in ways similar to a face-to-face experience but on a massive global scale. Information density. The internet and the web vastly increase information density. The total amount and quality of information available to all market participants, consumers, and merchants alike. Information density in e-commerce markets make price and cost more transparent. Then personalizations and customizations. E-commerce technologies permit personalizations. Merchants can target their marketing message to specific individuals by adjusting the message to a person's name, interests, and past purchases. The technology also permits customizations, changing the delivered product or service based on a user's preference or prior behavior. And then social technology. The internet and e-commerce technologies have evolved to be much more social by allowing users to create and share with their personal friends and a large worldwide community content in the form of text, videos, music, or photos.
The next presentation will be explained by Nurliandari to describe the digital markets, digital goods, and related business and technology.
Okay, I will explain about digital market. Digital market are very flexible and efficient because they operate with reduced charge on transaction cost, lower menu cost or maintenance cost of change price, greater price discrimination, and the ability to change price dynamically based on market condition. In dynamic pricing, the price of a product varies depending on the demand characteristic of the customer or the supply situation of the seller. Digital goods. Goods that can be delivered over a digital network, for example, music track, video, software, newspaper, and books. Cost of furnishing those units is almost entire of products. Cost of delivery over the internet very low. Market costs remain the same, within highly variable industry with digital goods are undergoing a revolutionary change, a publisher records, label, etc. E-commerce, business and technology. Three major types of e-commerce. Business to consumer or B2C. Electronic commerce involves retailing product and service to individual shoppers. Barnesandnoble.com, which sells books, software, and music to individual consumer, is an example of B2C e-commerce. 2. Business to business or B2B electronic commerce involves sales of goods and services among business. Sam's Corner Text websites for buying and selling semi-scale and plastics is an example of B2B e-commerce. The last, consumer to consumer or C2C. Electronic commerce involves consumer selling directly to consumer. For example, eBay to James Webb's auction sites enables people to sell their goods to other consumers by auctioning their merchandise of the two highest bidder or were a fixed price. Craigslist is most one widely used platform used by consumers to buy from and sell directly to others. Another way of conceiving electronic e-commerce transaction is in terms of the platform used by participants in a transaction. Until recently, most e-commerce transactions took place using a personal computer connection to the internet over wired network. Two wireless mobile alternatives have emerged. Smartphones and devices are rather like the kind using cellular network and smartphones and small tablets computer using Wi-Fi wireless network. The use of handles wireless devices for receiving goods and services from any location is termed mobile e-commerce or e-commerce. E-commerce business models. A teller's online retail store, often called a teller, coming in size from James Amazon with 2010 revenues of more than $24 billion. Two tiny local stores that have websites, and a teller is similar to the typical bricks and mortar storefronts, except that customer only needs to connect to the internet to check their inventory and place an order. Altogether, online retails generated about $152 billion in revenues for 2010. Okay, next, transaction broker. Sites that process transactions for consumers normally handled in person, by phone or by mail are transaction brokers. The largest industries using this model are financial service and travel service. The online transaction brokers' primary value proposition are savings of money and time, as well as providing an extraordinary inventory of financial products and travel packages in a single location. Online stockbrokers and travel booking service charge fees that are considerably less than traditional versions of this service. Okay, next, market creator. Market creator build a digital environment in which buyers and sellers can meet, display products, search for products, and establish price. The value proposition of offline market creators is that they provide a platform where sellers can easily display their wares and where prices now can buy directly from sellers. Online auction market like ABI and Pricelines are good examples of market creator business model. Okay, next, content provider. Well, e-commerce began As a retail product channel, it has increasingly turned into a global content channel. Content is defined broadly to include all forms or intellectual property. Intellectual property refers to all forms of human expression that can be put into a tangible medium such as text, CDs, DVDs, or stored on any digital or other media, including the web. Okay, next, community provider. Community provider are sites that create a digital online environment where people with similar interests can transact, buy and sell goods, share interests, post videos, communicate with like-minded people, research interest in information, and even buy out fantasies by adopting online personalities called avatar. Okay, next, portal. Portals such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, MSN, and EOL offer powerful web search tools as well as an integrated package of contents and service, such as news, email, instant message, maps, calendar, shopping, music downloads, video streaming, and more, all in one place. Okay, the last, service provider. While a retailer sells product online, service provider offers service online. There is been an explosion in online service. Web 2.0 application photo sharing and online sites for data backup and strongs all use a service provider business model.
The next presentation will be explained by Reza Shafitri to describe the e-commerce revenue models, e-commerce marketing, and B2B e-commerce.
E-commerce revenue models. Advertising revenue model. In the advertising revenue model, a website generates revenue by attracting a large audience of visitors who can then be exposed to advertisement. The advertising model is the most widely used revenue model in e-commerce.
The next presentation will be explained by Alika Hernisa to describe the e-commerce and building an e-commerce presence
from what it is now. Then, sales revenue model. In the sales revenue models, companies derive revenue by selling goods, information, or services to customers. Companies such as Amazon, which sell books, music, and other products, llbean.com and gape.com, all have sales revenue models. Then there is subscription revenue model. In the subscription revenue model, a website offering content or services charges a subscription fee for access to some or all of its offering on an ongoing basis. Then there is free or freemium revenue model. In the free or freemium revenue models, firms offer basic or services or content for free, while charging a premium for advanced or special features. Then transaction fee revenue model. In the transaction fee revenue model, a company receives a fee for enabling or executing a transaction. And then affiliate revenue model. In the affiliate revenue model, websites called affiliate websites send visitors to other websites in return for a referral fee or percentage of the revenue from any resulting sales. E-commerce marketing. While e-commerce and the internet have changed entire industries and enable new business models, no industry has been more affected than marketing and marketing communications. The internet provides marketers with new ways of identifying and communicating with millions of potential customers at costs far lower than traditional media, including search engine marketing, data mining, recommender system, and targeted email. The internet enables long-tail marketing. Before the internet, reaching a large audience was very expensive, and marketers had to focus on attracting the largest number of consumers with popular hit products, whether music, Hollywood movies, books, or cars. B2B e-commerce. New efficiency and relationship. The trade between business firms, business-to-business commerce, or B2B, represents a huge marketplace. The total amount of B2B trade in the United States in 2009 was about $12.2 trillion, with B2B2 e-commerce, online B2B, contributing about $3.6 trillion of the amount. U.S. Census Bureau 2010 authors estimates by 2015, B2B commerce should grow to about 5.1 trillion in the United States, assuming an average growth rate of about 7%. Business-to-business e-commerce refers to the commercial transactions that occur among business firms. Increasingly, these transactions are flowing through a variety of different internet-enabled mechanisms. About 80% of online B2B e-commerce is still based on proprietary system for electronic data interchange or EDI. Companies use EDI to automate transactions for B2B e-commerce and continuous inventory replenishment. Suppliers can automatically send data about shipments to purchasing firms. The purchasing firms can use EDI to provide production and inventory requirements and payment data to suppliers. The next presentations will be explained by Alika Hernisa to describe the m-e-commerce and building an e-commerce presence.
In 2010, m-commerce represented less than 10% of all e-commerce, with about $5 billion in annual revenues generated by selling music, videos, ringtones, applications, movies, television, and location-based services like local restaurant locators and traffic updates. M-commerce is the fastest growing form of e-commerce, with some areas expanding at a rate of 50% or more per year, and is estimated to grow to 19 billion in 2014. The main areas of growth in mobile e-commerce are location-based service, about 215 million in revenue in 2010, software application sales at stores such as iTunes provides a special kind of browser for smartphones equipped with a built-in global positioning system (GPS) and compass that can identify your precise location and where the point is pointed, using information from over 800 points of interest available on Wikipedia, plus thousands of other location sites. The browser overlays information about point of interest you are viewing and displays that information on your smartphone screen. Superimpose and map or photograph that you just snapped. The building decision: if you select to build your own site, there are a range of options. Unless you are fairly skilled, you should use a pre-built template to create the website. For example, Yahoo Merchant Solution, Amazon Store, and eBay all provide templates that merely require you to input text, graphic, and other data, as well as the infrastructure to run the website once it has been created. Simple website can be built and hosted with a first-year cost $5,000 or less. The website of large firms with high levels of interactivity and linkage to corporate systems cost several $1 million a year to create and operate. For instance, in September 2006, Bluefly, which sells discounted women's and men's designer clothes online, embarked on the process of developing an improved version of its website based on software from art technology group ATG.
That's all our presentations. Huge thanks for attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.